Hello everyone, this is Megan Gravner and thank you so much for joining me. I'm ready to show you a really great card utilizing some Viva Decor paper soft color, pearl pens, really cute My Cute stamps, and just some really fun pattern paper from the Togetherness Cosmo Cricut mini deck. So we're going to have some fun today creating this. Even though this is going to be a little bit more of a sympathy card, you can change it to a thinking of you card or a happy birthday. It's just going to be a soft but beautiful, elegant kind of card. I have some off-white twine here and just some different things. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm starting out with some light kraft cardstock, and this is 8.5 by 11 cut in half. So it's 8.5 by 5.5. And we're going to fold it to make it a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card. My bone folder. And that's going to be our card base. So we'll set that aside. And we're going to be using light pink color paper as a base as well. We also have some of this pattern paper from the mini deck that we're going to be using, and we're going to be cutting this down to size. So we'll start by cutting this down, this green down to a 5.5 by 4 1/4. We want it to be the size of the front of our card. And even if it's a little bit short, that's okay. I'd rather it be a little bit smaller than too big. So there's our size for our base. And then our pink is going to be just a little bit smaller than that. So we're going to go to 4 inches. By 5 1/8 for our pink. And this is going to layer right on top of each other, just like so. All right, so we can glue that down. I'm using my pink ATG gun, which I just got and love. So we're just going to adhere this to the front as well. So we'll set this aside. We're going to need this in a minute. Now what I have is some off-white colored cardstock. And what we're going to do is be stamping on this, doing a fun watercolor-like technique. I'm using these My Cute stamps. This is the Ashley's Blossoms set. And I'm going to be using both the With Sympathy and this beautiful vine type stamp here. So we're going to just adhere this down to my acrylic block. Stick this onto my acrylic block. And then I have two colors of this paper soft color. I have the lilac and the lime green. I'm going to start with my lime green color. Open both up. They're very spongy ink pads. They're inks of sorts, but they're a very soft ink. You can do a lot of blending and a lot of fun things with them. I have a simple sponge brush, and I'm just going to dabble this inside the sponge here. Get it good and juicy. And then I'm just going to write on my stamp, almost stencil, all over. And now I'm going to go into my purple. I'm going to ink it up real good, and I'm just going to dabble that just at certain places, like on top of flowers or any place that I want to have just a little bit of a different color. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to press down pretty hard and good right on this white. And this is going to give me a really, really soft watercolor type stamp. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do it on this side of the page here. Kind of go either way, but I'm just going to ink it up. And from this bottom corner, I'm going to kind of let it go off the page a little bit and come up. And again, you're just going to see that really soft watercolor kind of stamped image come out. It's just beautiful. All right, we'll close this up. And now what I'm going to do for an effect to this is I'm going to rip the edges, and I'm just going to grab from one hand, from my right hand, pull with my right hand, hold with my left hand. And I'm just going the whole way down the page. And I'm going to do the same along the top edge. Just like that. Now I didn't measure this, so we're going to have to see how well this fits on the front of our card. We may have to do a little bit more tearing to make it actually fit, and we will. So I'm just going to tear a little bit more. From the top, and I'm thinking I might tear from the bottom too. We'll see here. Perfect. That's beautiful, just like that. Now I have some twine, and I'm going to wrap that a couple times around the bottom of this card here. We'll do it really simple. We'll just hold one end and just wrap several times. Tying in a simple little knot. And we'll trim off the edges, the ends. All right, and now we're going to ATG this down. And I really want to make sure I get this lower corner down very well where all this twine is. Adhere that down to the front of the card. And now from that same stamp set, I'm going to grab this With Sympathy stamp. And I'm going to use some Chestnut Roan Fluid Chalk ink. And again, you could use a thinking of you stamp, a happy birthday stamp, really anything works perfect with this technique and even these colors. This is ready to be adhered down to the very front of our card. And then with this extra scrap of paper that we cut out, I have this Martha Stewart 3-in-1 butterfly punch that I just think is adorable. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to cut out these butterflies. We'll do it twice, maybe 3 times, but we'll just start with twice. I'm going to fold up the wings a little bit on there, and I'm just going to use some Zig 2-way roller adhesive and just adhere them right down to my card. Now I'm going to finish this off with this cream color pearl pen, and I'm just going to add some simple little beads, and I can do it right onto my butterflies as well as adding tiny little accents to the flowers within the stamped image. It just looks so classy and beautiful. So there you have it, our very beautiful, basic and simple Sympathy card. Again, use any stamp that you desire to get the sentiment across that you want. Paper soft color just works beautiful for that watermark effect, and the pearl pens really add those blingy accents that we love to have on our cards and on our scrapbook layouts. So thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.